Alright guys, before we jump into this week's episode, I just wanted to quickly let you know that my new stand-up special, I guess we got to call it special, right? I don't really like that phrase.
Yeah.
But
What would you prefer? What would you prefer, Stuart?
my hour of stand-up.
Your DVD.
My new DVD is out exclusively on the Some Laugh channel on
Yes.
YouTube. Please check it out. It's my 2022 Edinburgh Fringe show, The Piche. It was recorded at the Stand, Glasgow in March for the Glasgow Comedy Festival. And I've not done anything with it till now because I couldn't be asked. But now I'm putting it out. So if you haven't seen that show, you want to see it again, please, check it out. I hope you enjoy it and you tell your pals.
It's excellent.
Cheers, Steve.
It's very good.
Brilliant
Thanks,
show.
man.
Loved it a lot. Excellent stuff. I actually caught a bit of the show that was being recorded live, and it was excellent. But I'd seen it at the Fringe as well.
Filmed by Conor Riley, friend of the
Yes.
show, of
Great guy.
former guest, brilliant filmmaker who had the Billy Connolly clip.
Yes.
Also, Mary Elaine Robertson, friend of the show, was also there that night. And in the rough cut where I hadn't had the sound mixed properly, she was standing right next to one of the mics, laughing all the way through, going, completely unusable. I thought I'd spent like $1,000 for her to just completely ruin the whole thing.
Highly recommended. Do check that out, guys. And aside from that, enjoy today's episode.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Welcome to the Some Laugh podcast.
It could be like, oh, that was some laugh, or there was just some laughs.
Some laughs.
Well, no promising all laugh.
No,
It's
there's going to be some.
some laugh.
Beautiful. There we go. We're back.
Back in the cut.
Got the butterflies.
We look like we've been to like Camp America, Steve, because we've both got the like, kind of
Yeah.
commemorative t-shirts of Monkey Barrel in the Fringe
Hooters
23.
t-shirts on. I didn't get the memo. I've still not got one of those t-shirts and it's annoying me actually. If anyone
Aye.
from Monkey Bar's listening, sort me out, man.
I know.
They run pretty tight. I found.
Size up.
Well, I got
Think-
a size up
Do you think
here.
that's just because you had a month of, in,
Oh, he was eating Hello Fresh in the house though.
oh, right enough, see, but
well.
you've just been on holiday, huh? So.
True.
No, I mean last year it ran tight, so I went a size up this year.
Oh, did you? What size are you now? Small?
This is large. Believe it or not.
Were you a medium before?
Aye.
I'm shocked by that. So we're wearing
Hold
the
on, what
same
were you
size
meant?
of t-shirt right now?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
Shocked because you thought it'd be a small.
Yeah, I
Right,
thought I
okay.
was. The joke was that he was an
Aye.
extra small.
Right. I thought you were
It's a-
cool
it's a
barely
good
calling him a
joke.
fat bastard.
No.
We don't fat shame on this pod.
No.
Just height shame.
Yeah.
Height shame.
There's not.
Specky shame when Chris is on.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's not enough of a movement for the height shaming yet. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Until that becomes
Be the change you want
cancelable.
to see in the world, Steve. You should.
Get taller.
Every time I click my fingers, are we guys shamed?
Yeah.
But it's good to be back. How was your holiday, Stephen?
Good. Went to Dubrovnik, Croatia. You don't know where Dubrovnik is. You've
No.
asked me a couple of times.
I know. Every time I was convinced that you hadn't told me where you were going on holiday, and then when you told me you were going to Dubrovnik, you'd been to Dubrovnik, I went, "Oh no, I did tell me that. I just
Aye.
forgot."
Or did you think it was a secret or something?
No, I just thought it was like one of the things where you never tell us in. But
Did I tell you things? I'll tell you
Backs
loads.
up already.
Me?
Yeah.
What did I not tell you? Would you know?
I'm never happy on this pod that when Mark's needling you, you've got your back up, and I'm just like watching. That's when I'm happy.
I'm not even. No, it was my mistake, is what I'm saying. But you went
But
to
it was nice.
Beautiful.
Dubrovnik.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
I've been to Croatia, but I've not been to Dubrovnik.
You've been
I
to
meant
Split.
Split. Yeah.
Aye. Hajduk of Hajduk fame.
Of Hajduk Split fame. Yeah. Never managed to catch a game, sadly.
No.
No, but
Speaking to a few
nice.
locals who supported Split.
and what did they have to say for themselves?
It was the closest team.
All
Don't
right.
think
Is that not
Dubrovnik.
good? They're not good. Well, I've not heard of a team.
I bet they're the glory hunters, because Hajduk's the big one. I've never heard of Dubrovnik.
Dynamo Zagreb. Would they
Yeah.
not be the big one, maybe?
That's the derby, I think. They're the two big teams. Yeah.
Split versus Zagreb.
Zagreb.
I can't claim to be an expert on Croatian football.
No.
No, I'm not, apart from Borna Barisic, Dado Perso.
Who was it Perso used to play for?
Rangers?
No, but
Previously.
in Croatia, was he no?
I don't know.
No.
Don't know that.
They've also had a good team, Croatia.
You're not up on the latest transfer gossip from
No.
15 years ago, no?
I'm not. More than that, probably. 20 years.
Probably fucking hell, I'm getting old, man.
Yeah.
So when he got a producer in here, I could have looked that up.
Yeah.
Whip smart, but
Should have. No.
I'll get there.
It was lovely though. It was very nice. had a few daiquiris by the pool.
Was that a kind of pool sort of beach holiday?
It's Pebbly Beach, not ideal, but nice pool.
Did you look that up before you went?
No,
How gutted
If I
were
hear
you?
beach, I never expect pebbles, but sometimes it's pure pebbles, isn't it? And
pure
gutted.
only pebbles.
Getting
I like-
exfoliated at the beach.
Yeah.
That's not what you want.
I don't think if you leave these shores, you should be looking at a pebbly beach
No.
whatsoever.
We've got sandy beaches in Scotland.
I know, remember when we went to Col and it was like fucking...
Should swap those.
Aye.
well in
That beach
Kinghorn, mate.
deserves to be in Dubrovnik,
Exactly.
and Dubrovnik's beach deserves
Sand
to be in
and
Scotland.
split.
Is there?
Yeah,
Is there?
recommend.
Sun, sea, sand,
Sun,
and
sea, and sand. Yeah. I recommend. Recommend.
I'd like
But
to
did you
go
find
to
it quite racist when you were there?
Not that I found. Why?
I think I was, well, two things. First thing I saw in Split when I dropped my bags off at the Airbnb, put the telly on, was their version of Stars in Their Eyes, and it was just blackface straight away.
Was
Really?
it really?
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
then
watch much of the TV.
When did you go there, but
20, don't know, 18?
Different
times.
Different times. It was a different time.
5 years ago?
It's a different time. And also we were collecting collecting football stickers. But like they were like the cartoon ones, like it wasn't like just like a headshot like Panini, it was like cartoon ones, and they
Aye.
were often racist as well.
That's not good.
No.
That's the
Like, you know, you seen that Nathan For You episode where he does the racist cartoons with people. You know, like when you sit on the street and you get your caricature done.
Aye.
There's a Nathan For You where his business plan is to get people's attention as you make them as offensive as possible.
Fuck's sake.
And there's one where like a Japanese guy's sitting down and it's like a really racist picture and there's like a bomb dropping on his head and stuff like that.
Wow.
The cards were not far off that, honestly.
Yeah.
And they were just commercially available.
That's the thing. You do go to these countries, and this it sounds racist to say this about other countries, but a lot of other countries are fucking racist as fuck.
Well, yeah, Eastern Europe, isn't it? That's got a bit of a reputation.
Aye, you see that it happens a lot at the FITBA, there's Russian teams and that, and they're always
There was, we'd had, I'd say most of the people were very nice and helpful and all that. We had one,
because you were white.
well, potentially, yeah. we had one sort of
So they
weird,
were nice to me, so they can't have any
so it doesn't
flaws.
Never made a
exist.
sticker out of me.
We were in an Uber and this guy was acting dodgy the whole time. He was like, as soon as we got in, he was like, pin, give me your pin. And I was like, what? And he was like, I don't know if you've come across this in Uber, apparently you have to type in a pin or something now.
You get that when you order Uber Eats, they ask for a pin. To
Maybe I accidentally ordered an
dinner
Uber
you'd
Eats.
ordered.
Was it like a bag in the front seat that you were in?
No, there was a horrible towel
Was
though
he trying to
that
give you a backie on his bike, this guy?
he was like damping himself down with this towel. He was fucking a sweaty, horrible guy. This horrible wee car as well.
Sweaty,
An
horrible
Opel.
guy.
It was an Opel.
Aye.
I love seeing an
which is,
Opel.
which is
Makes you think of
Vo-
Bayern Munich.
Vox.
it's a
the
Vauxhall of.
Yeah.
If I ever told you like there was a lassie who was in my year at school and everybody fancied her, right? And she had a boyfriend who's a couple of years older, and he had a Opel motor. Like it was it was a fucking Corsa, but it was like
So
obviously
exotic, though.
The wee
imported,
badge.
and it had Opel in it, and then he had Opel on like the fucking window. Like he had like an Opel sticker that he'd got, and just I remember just seeing that every day as we were leaving school. He'd just be waiting for her to pick it up, and we'd all be like, "Fucking."
He's the
bastard."
fucking man, that guy.
It was just such a a weird thing as well, but it just seemed cool as fuck.
It's like, did you ever used to get Capri Suns and you'd sometimes get the German version of it and it'd be like Capri Sun? Sometimes my mum would get it for like some sort of.
Did you manage to bag the hottest girl at the school with your Capri Sun?
That's the way to do it. You just need some kind of foreign version of like a normal thing.
So we got into this motor and he didn't want to take us there. He basically wanted us to pay up front. So he was like, oh, it's not working. It's like €15. And we're like, no, that's fine, cancel it. And then he was like, no, fine, I'll take you. And then there was a wee bit of traffic, and he was like, he clearly, I've regretted my decision. So he was like, he was trying to get out of taking us to the old town. So he was like, kept looking in the mirror to see if I was looking, and then he went to press like the
You
cancel
never want to see
button.
the cabbie shiftily looking at him.
So he like went to press the cancel button, and he seen that I'd seen, and then he went like that, and he went back to doing it, and then.
So what, he was going to press the cancel button when?
When we were driving, we were in the car.
But how could he?
Is that not
what
just
would he
fucking
have
his
done?
own money? What?
I'll tell you what he done. So he then eventually pressed it again, and he thought that I wasn't looking, but I was looking. And then he pressed cancel, and then he pressed like the other cancel bit to actually cancel it. And he was like, oh no.
Gremlins in the system.
He was like, oh, fucking internet. Oh no, it's cancelled. And we were like, what? And he was like, you have to get out. It's cancelled. Sorry.
Well, no, you're driving a vehicle. You can still just take me somewhere. It doesn't mean that you need to turf me out. Just
And he
'cause
was like, there's a taxi rank up here. I'll drop you.
why did he hate you so much? Because you didn't pay up front?
Because he wanted money up front. And it was just, but it was
So did he think you were going to stiff him?
no. He just. I think he just was like, oh, I just can't be arsed taking this.
Well, you've
this
had
wee
wee
guy.
Scottish guys doing a runner in this taxi before. I'm not having it again.
Because you're obviously you've got your card details, so it would.
I know.
He's going
I
to get
trust you.
money anyway.
I just
But
don't know why
it
he
was
would.
just such a bizarre thing because I think he wanted money up front because he would want double the price of whatever
Whatever it was
Uber.
going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Ah, fucking internet, sorry man," and I was like,
And
"Drop
did you
me
at
off
any
this
point
place."
think of telling him that you'd seen what he'd done?
I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Oh, it's cancelled. Oh, sorry." Cancelled. It was like a wee boy lying. That's what it felt like. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, it's cancelled. And I was just laughing because I was like, I couldn't believe that I actually seen him cancel.
The fucking audacity.
I was just pure howling, and Catherine was like, "Oh, he's gonna he's gonna do something to us here." She was pure worried about it, and I was like, "No, he's just at it. He's just won an extra €15." So that was the only thing of the holiday that was dodgy.
Did you still give him 5 stars?
No, I gave him 1 star, and then
I always give 5.
and then
Don't be tight.
it pure popped up like, "What's happened? Have you ever given 1 star in Uber?"
I bet
No.
Mark's done that, no?
No, I did.
Yes.
I did give 1 star recently on the fucking local taxi app though.
Oh, really? What
I'll
happened?
tell you about that in a
Didn't let
minute,
you
but-
fucking finger someone in the back seat. That's a reference to an old Patreon episode.
Yeah, if you want to know
wanna
that story,
dive
you
into
sign
that.
up to the Patreon.
Sorry for my crude language out of nowhere,
I mean,
but there
to
was,
be fair,
there's
there's not
nothing
really
else
much
for
more
it.
to it than that. Is there?
It's a funny story. I think it's rich with detail.
Yeah, this
There was
is
an
true.
act out at one point. In this
But I sorry, so
So I clicked 1 star and it pure popped up immediately. Like, what's wrong? What's happened? Because it's clearly like
You're still in this car. What's going on?
and it's like it's detected.
sorry,
that,
you can't give a 1 star review. Actually, this trip was cancelled.
well, it said we've detected that it was cut short the journey. So what's happened? Are you okay?
Aye.
And I clicked 1 star and it was like report something. So I pressed that and it came up like the local police number, whatever it was, like 111 or
Like,
whatever.
they know this guy. This happens all the time.
And it was like, do you want to phone this? And I was like, no, I don't want to phone the police in the country. I mean, he's a wank, but I don't want to arrest him. So I was just like, fair enough.
Aye,
Go off of it. But
leave it be.
I thought it was weird though if you give them a 1 star, they're immediately
You phone the police.
start freaking out and like something must be up.
Straight to the police.
Yeah, also like
Something's
you know,
going
why don't they give the option for 0 stars? I think that maybe be more appropriate for.
That should be like, I'm in danger.
Aye.
1 star's you're disgruntled.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, I was certainly disgruntled when I gave 1 star
Yeah,
recently.
let's hear it.
So it was. So you can't get an Uber in Clydebank still. You can get one to Clydebank,
Yeah.
but you can't. Actually, let me search for them, but nothing came up. So sorry, I need to go on the local taxi app, right? So go on that. It takes ages. It's like saying it's 2 minutes away. Doesn't it come for like 10 minutes after it's meant saying it's due? And then I get in. I was such a bewildering experience, right? Basically, the whole time it was as if I'd just phoned like as if I'd just jumped in a taxi, like that you just see one going by, and then that was as much information as he seemed to have. Because I got in and I was going to that old toll bar, that does gigs and that sometimes, and I was like, right, and he went, oh,
Great
Paisley Road West, right, and I was like, aye. And I was like, cool. And I'm like, right, he must know where he's going. So then we're going, and then he's fucking booting it, by the way, as well. Like, he's like proper booting it. And then we go to get the Clyde Tunnel, and he goes, which way, like, Paisley Road West? And I was like, I don't know, mate. It's like six and a half a dozen. Like, I'm not a fucking taxi driver. I don't really know.
This is your job.
I was like, I would have not even went the way that he'd went at that point, to be honest. But I was just like, look, I don't know, whatever way he thinks better. I think it is pretty much six and a half a dozen. So he goes the way, and then so the whole he didn't really seem to know where he was going, and I said to him like
They don't
the
have
bar.
Google Maps or anything. No?
I'm assuming he
Was it
has.
an
I'm
old
assuming
boy?
he's going on the app the way that the Uber drivers do and stuff. And then we get to the place, and then when I go to go, he goes, have you already paid on the thing? And I'm like, how do you not know this? Like, this is how this whole transaction has happened, because I've fucking paid it on the app. Like, he didn't seem to understand
So
how...
was he expecting you to pay money?
But I booked it on the app and I've paid through the app. So like, what was? Why is he no understanding this? Like how his job works. Like, and he was still expecting me to give him 25 quid because it was a black hack. It was like it just felt as though he couldn't process the new way everything's done. But surely that's like his entire job.
You can't have been his first fare, surely.
No, surely not. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he was new to the game. But I was so confused. Like, how do you not know what's happening here?
Have you ever? I mean, you're in a taxi. I was in a taxi going to the Glee gig for the live show, and I forgot that I had to have money. Basically,
That's quite rare now.
yeah, because it's usually through the app or whatever, and then
But they only taking cash?
aye, and
That's shocking.
When I
in
got,
this day and age.
it was when I got to the door, and there wasn't like
an
a
ATM like a Romanian fucking gangster.
There wasn't one nearby, so the guy
Where's his
basically
baseball bat he's got in the back?
the guy was basically just like, here's my bank details, just transfer me. So instead I got to an ATM, which is
I like that.
I know, I was
That's
like,
cool.
fair enough
Trust him.
actually. So I've still got the guy's details. I could give him a couple of quid in it if I wanted.
You could just set up direct debits in his name. I always think that when you give people details for like payment or whatever, it's like they can, if you got your sort code and account number, you can just set up a direct debit with that. I mean, it's probably illegal, I'd assume, but like, I'm like, how many people have got my details that could
Then
just...
you just... Alright, I guess to take
I
money
like-
out. Yeah,
Aye.
okay.
Aye,
Just
just
sign me
ran-
up to an O2 contract or some shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're not getting anything out of it. It's not like they're getting the money from that. They're just giving
No, but they could get, you know, if they just like bought a new
set up a
phone
company.
and then they go, I'm just going to give this guy's details
Alright,
for
and then
direct
use
debit.
your-
I mean, they would
Nah,
get
there must
caught,
be something
obviously.
to stop you doing that, I think.
Aye, surely.
I don't
I
know.
think you got to use the card with the three
You maybe
numbers
need
on
the
the
card,
back.
but what if you know? But you can pay in a card and sign up. No, anyway, this is boring, Jerry. But I always worry about people doing it. No, that's interesting. So basically, in a way, like it's not so different in Croatia and Glasgow.
So that was the reason why you gave him 1 star, because he didn't know
Yeah, that
where he
seems
was
harsh
going.
to me. That reads like a 3 to
that's
me.
a
it was,
three.
it was
Yeah.
always it's because he was late and he didn't say anything about it. He was 15 minutes late and it was a pre-booking.
Right.
That is shite.
That's
And
shit.
it said on the app, it was like the only thing I can imagine is he got completely lost or he was
Probably
lying.
just shouting at his last customer.
Yeah,
wondering why he's
probably.
not getting paid.
Yeah. So I chasing him down the street because he thinks that they bumped him. That's it. You can't really bump a taxi when you prepaid it. And I've got a long-standing, you know,
You've had a lot of taxi scrapes through the
grump
years.
with taxi drivers. It's mainly because of the boundary charge thing, the Clyde
Yeah.
Bank thing. I just think it's so.
It's ridiculous.
And that when you're in town and you flag one and then they go, no, I'm not going to Clyde Bank. And they go, I thought you were a taxi, sorry. I thought that's how the whole thing worked.
Yeah,
But-
it should be.
yeah, but anyway, so yeah, it was a combination of factors. But I was just like,
Yeah.
no, I just wasn't happy.
I know, I'd still not give it a 1 for that though.
It takes a lot for me to leave a bad review. I don't know if I've ever done that.
I gave a 1 because he abandoned us mid-journey. That's poor.
That's fair. He's going so far of his way to fuck
That deserves a 1.
Yeah, I did phone the police on the guy as well. I know. But I did wish I'd just said to him, how do you know understand what's going on here? I just
But
would have been
these-
cure to know what was going on with him the whole
These are
time.
wee things that get you pure anger.
Oh, they do, don't they?
These are...
That gets him under the boil. Like,
Yeah, but I just think like how
Was
do
the
you
guy
not
part-
I've got
understand
no
your
fucking
job?
chill for shit.
Yeah, was the guy like going up close to other vehicles as well?
No, he was leaving a big gap. That's the thing that annoys me.
Oh, aye, that
But no, I just don't understand how he couldn't understand how. Like, I see when I need to tell the taxi driver where to go. Sorry, this
it's his
is his job. I just don't like to have to. A basic level of competence is all I'm asking for.
It's like when I try and use my Pepe's voucher and Pepe's Peri Peri and no one understands how to work it and I need to show them on the hotel how to do it.
you get behind the counter.
Once I did have to go behind.
Fuck's sake.
Still working my way through that £100 of checking.
£100?
Yeah.
Was that a
a good
voucher?
It was
or
a
not?
joint 30th gift for me.
It's a great present.
Great present, but no one expected it to come in the form of an actual physical cardboard voucher that does not work ever.
Oh, really? I might. If
I had to sign a bit of paper last time, like sign a check last time. I'm getting some fucking chicken, man.
I might try and borrow that voucher off you and try and pretend to the people working there that entitles me to take away their fucking mid carpet hanging in the corner
Yeah, I'm
with
the rug
Pepe's
cleaner.
logo on it.
I want one of them for my flat.
I know, they're amazing. Because that was every time I'm in there, I've thought about like I'd love one of those fucking rug things with Pepe's on it. But there is a video of somebody in England
saw that,
stealing
aye.
one.
Why would you want
I
that?
don't know. It just looks cool.
It's great.
Imagine having it in the studio. Just
They're
Pepe's
always
peri peri.
It's always manky though. It's always
You'd
horrible.
have to get it cleaned.
Ah, you get it cleaned. It'd be fine.
Imagine
I
taking
think-
that to the dry cleaners. Yeah, my trench coat and
If
this.
anyone out there knows how to source, I would just like to give us a Pepe's peri peri sort of. It's like a kind of
I'd take a
doormat
baseball
type of
cap
thing.
as well.
They're cool.
I think you could probably easily get one of them.
Yeah, they look fucking filthy as well.
Yeah, I think everything about Pepe's is filthy, apart from the
Fuck's sake,
chicken.
Steve.
The
It's been
chicken.
I'm trying to get a
Croatia,
fucking
for
sponsorship
fuck's
here.
sake.
No, the chicken's what? The chicken's beautiful.
The chicken is beautiful.
Chicken's beautiful, but it's dirty. The whole place is minging. It's like
The floor is
the trays feel unwashed.
Yeah. The
Horrible.
one in Woodlands Road, there's not a good seat in the place. 'Cause
Nah,
there's,
horrible
Next to the
layout.
toilet.
there's the
Horrible
one next.
layout.
There's two that are too near the toilets. There's two that are too near the door.
Yeah.
And there's just that horrible one at the back. Was also
The
near the
decor
toilet.
is awful.
Yeah.
It's so cold, but the chicken's great.
Ramsey needs to get in there, but not touch the food. The food's perfect.
Well, if you are listening, though, we will take a sponsorship from Pep.
Yeah, I love you, Pepe's.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did I tell you about the guy that was staying in my flat on Airbnb recently?
No.
No,
We had this guy, Ollie rented out the spare room when I was at the Fringe, and had this guy, Stephen. No, your
No.
namesake, but not
Not me.
to be confused with you.
No.
And so I met him when I came back from the Fringe because it overlapped. But Ollie had already told me about this guy, and he's just like, I think he's like in his 30s. And he is from another country and everything, but it's not like a problem with his English or anything like that. But he's just so like the most naive person like either of us have ever met. Like to the point where we let him stay a lot longer than he was meant to because we just felt sorry for him. And then it started to feel like I'd been watching a lot of The Real Hustle, and I'm like, am I getting fucking scammed here? Because this guy's like playing so stupid, but he's like a lecturer. And I just left him with all my stuff because I was like, is he? I left him on his own in the place with like all my shit. And like I'd just come back from the Fringe, so I just had like my bucket money and everything just sitting there.
Wow.
And like, but I had his details numbers. So I thought surely I'm not getting scammed, but I couldn't really sleep at night at home in Fife for worrying.
No one
But it was like honestly, like, it was crazy. Where like we showed him how to work the hob. Well, Ollie showed him, and we've got an electric hob, you know, with like the 4 rings. And he's like, so you know, you press that one, and then you know you've got the big ring there, the wee one. So just choose whatever you want. And then he just kept taking the pan and putting it directly in the middle of the hob. And we're like, no, that's the only place where they will get no heat whatsoever. And like, so pop it on the big, and then you just put it straight back in the middle.
really?
He was
Was
wearing
it
my
like-
fucking sandals. I was chatting to him and I was just like gabbing away. And I was like, oh, that's funny. He's got the same sandals as me. And then he just left them like in the hall, and Ollie's like, Stephen left his sandals. I'm like, no, they're my fucking sandals. He's been cutting about in my fucking sandals. That's not on, right?
That's crazy.
There's something else. What is it? There's something fucking insane Ollie told me. I can't remember what it was now. But now we think what's happened is, oh yeah, this was it. He's trying to move here, and he couldn't figure out how to do it. I think he's not
No
great with
wonder.
technology and stuff.
Sure.
To be fair, I think that's maybe something
Electric hob, Pep.
new to him. I mean, the hob is like, yeah, come on, man. But Ollie was like trying to help him, so he's like, well, just look on Spare Room. You know, it's the app, and you know, there's people with spare rooms, and you know, it's like this. And he's like, yeah, I'll do that. And he's like, how are you getting on? He's like, there's no flats. And he's like, there's thousands. I've looked. I went on there. I was like, there's hundreds. There's millions. And he's like, so just, you know, so you've got the app. So just, you know, type in Glasgow. They'll come up. He's like, nah, honestly, there's none. And he's like, well, you know, show me your phone. Show me what you're doing, and then I can help you. And then he shows me it, and he's just on Google Maps. Just looking at Greater Glasgow on Google Maps.
Looking for flats.
Yeah, but I mean, there are.
But then
I
you
mean,
would still see flats.
you would see them,
Yeah.
but you can't just be like, I fancy that guy's house. I
But
wonder
if
if he's
he
got a
said-
spare room.
If he said there's nothing, like he's
Well, I don't know what he's doing though. He must just be like looking around streets on Google Maps.
If we
I
can
tell
see
you
a
what.
for
Yeah,
sale
it's
sign.
too late. Yeah.
I would have killed to have that guy as my fucking taxi driver.
He'd have let you walk out easy, man.
He would have known exactly where he was going. Using
And
that
was,
app.
was anything missing? No.
No, he left his scarf, so we're actually a scarf up. I'm thinking about
You should
trying to
start
get back
with
in
him.
contact with him. Yeah, but he was like a really sweet. I really liked him a lot, to the point where I was letting him stay longer. And I don't think he even fucking paid for the last 2 nights.
Wow.
But I was like, honestly, like, is this
Maybe
cunt
that
scamming
was
us?
maybe that was his hustle. Maybe that was.
Well, yeah,
just
I
to
guess we
get a
did
couple
get
of free
scammed
nights.
after all. Yeah, no, think about it. Yeah, 2-3 we got
nights,
scammed. Yeah, cool
Might
guy.
try
though.
that.
At least they left your sandals.
I think he lives in Coatbridge now. Good luck to the guy. What we think's happened is he was so helpless that his previous Airbnb host booked our one for him to get him off
Yeah.
his hands, because that's what we almost ended up doing. Of like, it felt like we need to help this guy out of our house.
Fuck's sake.
That's funny.
Because you can't just let people out into the wild. Like, just go,
No,
you know,
this
good luck to
guy's
you.
going to get mugged the second he leaves the flat.
Yeah.
So what's it? Where was he travelling from?
He's from Ghana, and he's teaching in Glasgow. Fuck knows what. I don't want to be one of those students. I'll tell you that much. This cunt did not know what was going on, but
He's teaching
nice
IT or
guy.
something like that.
And it wasn't like an English thing. I think it must be like maybe the technology or something.
Aye.
I don't know, but it was quite amusing.
What the hell?
That's funny. That's sweet.
Sweet guy, Stephen. Shout out,
Yeah, good name.
great name.
I got some mild food poisoning on holiday as well.
Oh, aye?
Yep.
I vomited blood the other night.
Did you?
Yeah,
Jesus
Is
Christ.
that why you went to hospital?
nah, that was doing my hair. I don't know what happened. I was lashed and I'd eaten a lot of shite that day, and I had a sausage supper and like 8 pints, and I just woke up in the night. I wasn't feeling very well. Spewed. I've never spewed blood before. Have you
I
done
think
that?
I've ever
Was it like lots of blood, or was it just a wee bit?
Well, I mean, there's people tuning off in their droves, isn't there? Really, but middle of the night, I spewed out a lot, just in one sitting. I was like four
Yeah,
goes.
okay.
First one just sick. Second one
Just blood.
sick, bit of blood. Third one mainly blood. Fourth one just blood, like The Shining.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and then I just woke up right as rain.
Have you done it since?
Nah,
You always feel better after it.
you feel great when you vomit blood, man. Honestly,
Have
it's
you been
great.
pissing blood or anything?
Nah, no more blood.
Shite blood.
Nah.
Steve,
Just
come on.
Well,
People
Just
will
that
is
one.
that
listen
lower
to
in the tone, is it?
Anyway, how are you with your food poisoning?
I went out to a restaurant and there was raw chicken on the skewer, and I decided to eat around the raw chicken.
All right, I thought you were gonna cook it yourself or something like the
No,
Korean
I
barbecue.
gave it to us, but I was so hungry. We were waiting like an hour for the food.
Was this the same night that you had the tax interaction?
Like-
Do you know what? I just can't be asked arguing with anyone
I think
else.
it was.
I didn't cook to fucking pay to cook the chicken up front. But
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm gonna go for it.
Taking so long, and like the first skewer, lovely. No
I've already
problems.
given my pin to these people as we've walked in the door. I'm not gonna-
Well, that's what I thought, because I was about to type my pin in to the thing. I thought maybe it was a scam that he wanted to get my pin for somehow. But anyway. Then the second skewer, cut into the wee bit of chicken, it was raw in the middle, and I was like, that's not good, but I can't be arsed sitting in the back, it'll take another hour. So I cut into the next bit, less raw, third bit, slightly
Goldilocks.
less raw. Yeah. And then the last three were alright, so I was like, I'll use those.
That's piss poor serving you raw chicken. That.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Don't like they meant it, but that is poor, right?
That is
So I
poor.
ate those, and then
I think I would have done the exact same.
big mistake.
How long were you at the game for?
I wasn't at the game, I was just,
No feeling well.
aye, sore stomach.
How's Catherine taking this? I'm meant to be marrying this cunt. He's sitting opposite me nibbling raw chicken, just taking it on the chin.
Well, I knew she would moan at me for it, so I never told her about it to the next day.
This is like, and I think you should leave sketch or something.
You never told her that you date because you date
I knew
watching.
I'd bring her into the decision. I think.
No, I knew she'd slag me for it because I'd cut it open. So I was
But
trying.
she's worried about your health, mate.
I know, but I was so when I seen it was raw, I was like,
This is why you need a wife.
That's also what we're talking about. You're not even telling your missus you're on holiday with that you've ate some raw chicken.
because
She
I
can
know,
fucking see it.
I'll just keep this to myself, actually.
I know what she's gonna say. Don't eat that. That's what she would say.
What if you told her before
Who's
you
like a
ate
little
it?
boy now?
But I was hungry, and she only ate half her pizza, so I ate half of that as well. So fair enough.
Decent.
But I was starting to hide my raw chicken under the lettuce, and that's what she wouldn't see.
Oh, you boy, there's fucking
He's got
snuck
such a-
sweets to
yeah.
dinner or something.
Under your pillow.
Because, like I say, she wouldn't have let me.
All these
eat.
little elaborate schemes for no reason at all.
And actually, she would have been fucking right to have told you not to eat it. 'cause
Yeah,
she
I'd
ended
have
up
told you not to eat it.
And then
poisoning.
after I had this sore stomach next day, she was like, "Yeah, that chicken didn't look good yesterday." So she did see it.
I saw you hiding that chicken under lettuce last night.
She went to the bathroom. I checked it. It was raw. It was.
I
still
used to do
clucking.
that sometimes at dinner. She would like kind of hide wee bits
Oh,
of
really?
food and all that sort
Really?
of stuff. Aye.
She doesn't want to insult the cook.
I remember I know she was in hospital once after I don't know if it was a heart attack or something. She was in hospital and she didn't like the food, so she was just hiding it under her bed. And then my sister came back. What the fuck you doing? She just didn't want. Didn't have the heart to tell them that because she thinks that
That's
she's
a
in
wee shame.
hospital with a fucking after a fucking heart attack or something. She thinks that they're going to be pissed off at her if she's not getting an appetite. Or something. And yeah, fucking 85-year-old bitch.
Getting chucked out of hospital, no finishing your mash. Outrageous.
It's not fucking prison or something.
Even in prison, I don't think they're that arsed.
Fucking hell.
So yeah.
That's funny. What other little secrets did you have on holiday that you can tell us about?
I don't think I had many little secrets.
Steve's little secrets could be a nice new feature. For
Yeah, I'm curious, like, because I would like to go on holiday soon, and so what was it? Just your kind of standard by the pool during the day and night? What you go to a restaurant?
Was it a resort kind of
Any
situation?
entertainment?
There was entertainment actually,
Alright.
and the hotel. By the way, one thing I will say about the Dubrovniks, they love their live music.
The Dubrovniks.
How would you call them? The Dubrovnovians?
Fuck knows.
No,
I
that sounds
obviously
right.
don't know the right term. I just thought that sounded funny.
The Croatians.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about
Croats.
the Croats,
Which I think is wrong.
The Croats.
Sounds racist.
the Croats,
Yeah.
the Croats.
The Krauts.
Doesn't
that's
sound right,
the
does it?
Germans.
Croats sounds like scroats, doesn't it?
Carry on.
So they love their live music. Can I move for live music?
Jerry
over there?
Cinnamon.
Nah, none of that. There was an ABBA tribute at one point.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with
I
Jerry
had to
Cinnamon.
explain to an English person who Jerry Cinnamon was the other day. It took about an hour.
What did you say?
Let's not get into it.
No.
Hard to explain. No, they're great. They're good. We went to a little orchestra kind of thing.
All right.
A wee classical gig.
Nice.
They're great.
Me and
great.
Ollie did that on holiday as well. So yeah.
Bit of culture.
Philharmonic.
Also, yeah. Also, they filmed a lot of Game of Thrones there.
Did they?
Same as Split. I heard that on my kayak tour.
Did you do a kayak tour?
Do you think it's
Well, not
like
two.
is
That
that
was
the
the
version
first. I went
of
on a kayak.
Edinburgh? Like everywhere you go
Harry
is for
Potter.
J.K. Rowling or Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Did the Game of Thrones escape room.
So we went a wee Game of Thrones tour.
Oh, aye.
Because it's basically King's Landing is based on the Dubrovnik Old Town.
Aye.
So it looks all lovely old buildings and that. It's fucking gorgeous.
Stunning.
Gorgeous place. Hunters of cats.
Oh, aye.
Oh, they love a cat over there.
Fucking hunters
Stray
of
cats
cats.
just fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
Stray
everywhere.
cats. Outside your McDonald's, you always get the stray cats, don't you?
They love
on
McDonald's.
holiday?
Even it's like, I think it was apparently because during the plague or whatever, there was hunters of rats and they got all these cats in to get rid of the rats.
All right.
And the cats have
And then
stayed.
what do you get to rid of the cats? You know? What does it end?
Exactly. What's the rhyme go like?
Is that a
knows?
woman that lived in a shoe or whatever the fuck? What's that?
I'm thinking about the rap from Millionaire by Andre 3000 and Khalees.
What?
Doesn't matter. Carry on.
What?
It's
You don't like
about,
Khalees?
it's about, you know,
Yeah.
it's about what we're talking about.
That's an old rhyming thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? I think it's a dog.
I
to
don't
get
think
rid
there's
of
a
the
bit of
cat,
it. Yeah, I don't think it's.
and then a horse to get rid of the dog.
If you got dogs, you got bitches. Bitches always out to put their paws on your riches. I don't think that's part of the old.
I don't remember that nursery.
Great lyric. Yeah.
I remember when last time I went on holiday in Greece and there was like these wee like they'd have these wee nights where it'd be like like Greek music and then there was like different sort of wee kind of entertainment things. But it's funny because I remember like being a wee guy and going to these resorts and stuff and you would watch it and it seemed so show busy.
It's so funny, isn't it?
And then go back and you're going like, that's a tough gig.
Tough gig.
And you're like, I wonder what they're up to and like, you know, what's their next gig and are they going to the next town over and stuff like that and
Yeah.
you just go, you just see it through the prism
I
of
know.
like being
Can
a-
you turn that off? Can you?
No, a gig in
I saw a
Canada.
really shite Queen tribute band in Salou
Oh, aye.
at a resort a couple of years ago. It's really funny. It's so funny seeing Freddie just sound checking with like his shorts on. He had like cargo shorts, but like a handlebar moustache, and his daft, you know, like mic that's not got a bass on it.
The Molland.
But him just going 1 2 1 2. The Mullen.
There's that thing like when you go to like do a gig in a pub or something, or a bowling club, and you walk in and like you feel like everybody knows each other. And then you're like the stranger. Like, see if you had to have a obviously Freddie Mercury-esque handlebar moustache walking in there. It's just that extra bit of like,
Yeah.
oh, that's clearly the guy
I bet
that's...
I'll be shocked if he's not on stage. When we were in Tenerife, there was a Status Quo tribute band called Crater Duo, and there was also like a parrot show. parrots doing wee tricks and stuff.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. Now that's more my level.
I'm very impressed by parrots.
A parrot putting a golf on that.
I think that
I was just
That
meaning
kind of thing.
when it talks.
Just
I'm
in general.
impressed.
I think parrots are due a comeback in popular consciousness.
Big year for parrots this year.
Because it's mad that you can get these
Birds
birds
that
that
talk.
can
We
talk.
should be talking about that the whole time, shouldn't we?
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
crazy to me. I can't get my head around
That's
that.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
This is
I wonder
crazy.
what would happen if you just like got a parrot, right, and just made, don't do this at home, right, but made them listen to hours of this podcast and just seeing which
like a rudimentary AI algorithm. I fed a parrot 10,000 Seinfeld scripts. And this is what I came up with.
It's a rudimentary version of AI, basically. It was just like getting a parrot to learn some words.
Yeah, that's funny. When I used to get my hair cut at home in Burnt Island, I used to go to a place called Billy Brown's, which is not a guy, it was the name of the parrot. There was a parrot in there. And I go, Happy New Year! All year round. All year round. That's the only thing I could say. Which is really cute the first time and then super annoying. Especially, you can tell it really getting on the tits of the people that are cutting hair.
Oh, you couldn't.
What would you teach your parrot to say? We sweary words.
I think it's got to be that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be.
I'd love to get them to do the plugs at the end. Please remember to like and subscribe.
That would be fucking amazing. Numbers would be through the roof.
Just go to the parrot. No, but I do think that there's going to be. I think the parrots are due some level of comeback. It's just the time is right
For parrots.
for parrots to come
Parrot summer next year. Calling it early.
I'm watching Only Murders in the Building. You seen that?
Not saying it.
There's a parrot in the second series. Parrot, I think it's going to be a pretty big part of the plot
back. No, aye.
because I think it's seen the killer, so it's going to probably see the killer's name.
Chekhov's parrot.
We tried to do that in a Scott Squad sketch once. They ripped that from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Huh?
Yeah.
Dirty
There you go.
bastards.
Kind of hard to choreograph it.
They never work with parrots or children.
Nah.
That's what they say.
Or Grado. That's what they say.
I don't think I've got any other wee secrets. We got upgraded to the VIP package.
Wow.
Did you?
Yep.
Because you had TikTok.
See, that would have been my headline if I was you.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that impressive. It was, we had our own private wee bit where you had double sunbeds, which was quite nice.
Uh-huh.
And then you had happy hour 5 till 6, which was the hotel's own brand Prosecco. You got all you can drink.
That makes me
for an
happy.
hour.
I don't know about you.
Oh, it was good. Heartburn City, but it was, I drank it. And
You got to make it count in that hour, don't you? Really disgrace yourself in that hour.
guzzling it.
Yeah.
And you got free cookies and olives.
And this is all in. Oh, this is all part of the VIP package.
This is part of the VIP
But you didn't have
package.
like all inclusive as well.
No, it wasn't all inclusive. Only
'Cause that's
for an
actually a
hour.
shit deal if you've got all inclusive already.
Yeah, no.
I don't want your
Yeah.
fucking olives. Yeah.
It was only 5 to 6.
Why
for
did you get
breakfast.
upgraded though?
Well, so Catherine thinks it was for her birthday, and I did say, yeah, I organised it.
That's a textbook Steve's little secret if I've ever heard one. I don't know what part of that didn't ring the secret bell to you.
She thinks that you actually arranged that and they just done it randomly.
There was a booking error that Steve's claiming.
I don't know if we can put that in, 'cause
We're fucking putting that in.
That walks into this edit.
I'm sorry if you're listening, Catherine, but that was nothing to do with me.
That's really funny.
I wish now that she hadn't figured, she didn't find out about your chicken either. That there was just this episode. You probably never even told her about fucking seeing that guy pressing cancel the taxi. That's brilliant, man.
Nah, I organised it.
I
Not
can just
the best for
imagine
you, honey.
I can imagine his wee face when he realised the opportunities of it. Keep this one quiet.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was
And
me.
did you? So you didn't find out at the same time that he's had been upgraded?
No, we were both at the reception, and they were like, we're very happy to let you know that we can upgrade you to VIP. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then she was like, oh, is that for my birthday? I was like, yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. No further questions.
So nah, I did organise it. Don't worry.
That's funny.
We had a nice night out for Catherine's birthday,
We
actually.
did, yeah.
Aye, it was her birthday. Was that last week?
A couple of weeks
Some
ago.
lash.
2 weeks
ago.
Some lash.
That's good.
Aye, that's got to be a Patreon special. That's
That
great.
has it. We were also saying we need to do some mini golf Patreon
Oh,
special.
yeah, we were chatting
That'd
about
be
mini
fun.
golf in the car.
That'd be
Steve's
good.
become obsessed with watching mini golf tournaments on
Is that
TikTok.
right?
Yeah, I was meant to do lots of work on Tuesday, and I spent a few hours watching mini golf tournaments on
Yeah.
TikTok. And it was.
I'm watching the Ryder Cup like a normal person, but there's
But that's, yeah, you can turn that into work then if we do a wee Patreon special mini golf. That would be good.
yeah, I'd be into that.
One nearby that
I know
dinosaur.
you're good
one.
at golf, but yeah.
Nah, this is what I'm saying though. It's not that much of a crossover.
Is it no?
See, when you play
It's a
real
different
golf, there's
sport.
rarely like a big windmill in the way.
I see.
Normally, just like the
Is
green.
that the kind of version of like, know how like you'd get those guys that could remember Mr. Wu who could do the keepie-ups?
Ah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, you couldn't be a
On
professional
Buchanan
footballer.
Street with a ball in my back. It's not the same. He still always make me laugh. My mate Alex, I remember just seeing them like when we lived in Dundee, and he was like, "Yeah, but when would you actually use that in a game, though?" He'd always be like so annoyed that this guy's like doing amazing stuff. Like, yeah, but practically in a game, I mean, you're not even, it's complete fucking waste of time. You just fucking deck the cunt.
Imagine like there was guys you could just like, the football teams just had a guy that you'd bring on and he would just
When you're 5-0 up,
do his keepie-ups.
like a teenager on FIFA fucking around, and
But that would be good if that was like an effective method. Like you could just keep the ball up for ages and then
Would that
just.
be
Yeah.
obstruction?
No, I don't think so.
I think
It
football's
depends.
getting stale. I think they should have more wankers tricks available.
100%.
Like if you can just head it, like keep up like a dolphin, heading the ball all the way around, you do. That's fine. No one
Yeah,
can do
you're
anything.
allowed to do that.
Yeah,
I felt like a pure granda realising this the other day, but do you know that FIFA's not called FIFA
I know.
anymore?
It's called
Yeah.
No, it's
EAFC24.
FC24.
Why is
Because
that?
FIFA, the organisation, wanted
They don't
like
have that
double the
licence
money
anymore.
or something to keep the
Which
name.
they've played themselves because it's still just the same game that
It's
everyone's
like
gonna buy.
who gives a fuck about it being called FIFA? It's
Yeah.
like
I know.
I just thought FC24 at first was like the name.
It's
of the
like
mad-
4OD. I'm calling it FIFA anyway. I don't give a
Aye,
fuck.
100%. Sure, everyone's
Yeah.
got to call it FIFA. It's
Yeah.
like Pro Evo, PES, whatever. You know what I mean, it doesn't matter.
When was the last time you got the new FIFA? Because this is how I know I'm old now. I've not got it since I think FIFA
2009.
21 I last got.
2009.
9.
Yeah.
You one of those wee scabs that never buy it and you'd always go to your mates and play it.
No. Just.
Not a FIFA guy.
I'm that, but it's because basically since uni, I've not let myself get a new console because I just think I would just never get it done.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
I had to really talk myself off the ledge this week about getting a PS5 and getting the new FIFA.
I would love
really
to. I would love
tempted.
nothing more than to do that, but I just know I wouldn't ever do. And the thing is, I probably waste as much time on just looking at my phone or something. Like that. It probably would be better to spend it just actually enjoy like doing that.
No,
but
that's exactly what I think as well.
Yeah.
I just wasted time.
Like, is
anyway.
that? It's even I just like Football Manager, like FIFA,
That
even
eats up
like
so much time,
fantasy
Football
football.
Manager.
Like I used to
Yeah, I
love
don't
doing
do
all that
fantasy
stuff. I
football
don't do
either.
any of it now because I just think I just couldn't be a responsible person. Because when you're self-employed, nobody's making you do it.
I know.
So I would just wouldn't get it done. I'd love to just waste all my
Me too. I
my
love it.
life out fucking playing on it, but I just can't.
I've got a rule that I only buy games or whatever like after the Fringe or after Christmas, with like just a time where I've got a bit of time.
Yeah.
If it's the lead up to it, I'm not doing
And I've not even been doing that really recently.
No.
I bought that.
Shite being an adult.
I'm ashamed to admit I bought that Harry Potter game,
Oh yeah. The what's it called again?
Hogwarts
What did
Legacy.
I say?
All right. What's
I
that
met
like?
someone that's in that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't
Lauren.
know, but yeah, Connor's
yeah.
person. Someone to
Friend.
do- Friend.
I don't know anything else about it.
No, just fly about in a wee broom doing spells and all that. Catherine was dead excited to play it as well. And
That's
then
fun.
She's seen me playing it and she was like, "Oh, is this it?" I was like, "What do you mean, is this it?"
Actually, I don't want to play it and I don't want to marry you.
She was like, "I thought it would be different." I was like, "You're flying about in a broom and you're doing spells."
What were you
She's like,
picturing?
"What
Come on,
do
I got
you
you.
expect?"
I got you this for your birthday, Catherine. You need to play.
Actually, what I got her for her birthday was a VIP package of the holiday. So
Yeah.
officially,
Tell Mark about the dinner you had the other night, 'cause that really made me laugh when you told me the other day. I know there's nothing to it, but
dinner?
we're just making chit chat at work the other day,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "What'd you get up to last night?" And he's like, "I had made a meal."
I don't remember this. What
You made you were following a Hello Fresh, but the fish was fucked, so you just sat home and ate peas and a couple of potatoes.
Oh, the
Such a
fish.
sad
The
image.
fish was stinking. Have you ever eat fish?
No, not really.
It was really. I opened up it was a sealed packet, so I thought it'd be fine. I opened it up and it was a big blast of fish in my face, stinking. I was like, that's not right. I've ate a few fish in my time and that's not happened. And I just thought, oh, we'll just cook it anyway. Don't have anything else.
That's mad that you would do that at that point. I would just because I'm like if I'll eat chicken a lot and if it smells even
Chicken
a wee bit off,
because
once
I'm
you're
well-
doubting it, you're fucked.
I'm well versed in chicken, so I know not to do.
just after last week's trip to Croatia,
Yeah. I've only just stopped puking up the last chicken.
fool me once.
That is different. If that happened in the house, I would go and cook it again. But I was at the house. But the fish, I don't fuck with fish. So I thought, well, you can eat fishy fish probably. So cooked it anyway, and then I was eating it, and I was like, this is horrible, disgusting.
I do always find that though, because obviously if I've got a packet of chicken or something, I want to eat it. I don't want to waste the money. It's in date, but sometimes it's in date, but it does smell stinking.
It was 3 days in
But when
date.
you're sniffing it, going, I mean, chicken's always stinking, is it? Like, I'm never sniffing it.
you
I never
know.
like the smell of it.
Yeah, it's not good.
So you want to believe, don't you?
And also, if you open up a packet of Bernard's Matthew, it stinks like farts. That.
Bernard's Matthew.
Bernard's Matthew.
What's it called?
Bernard Matthews.
What?
You just said
It just sounded funny.
What did I say?
You just said it the wrong way around. You-
Matthew Bernard?
Bernard's Matthew. Like
Bernard's
Bernard's
Matthew.
watch.
Bernard Matthew? What's that say?
Bernard Matthews.
Oh, so I missed the S.
No,
No, but
put
you
the
added
S
it to
on-
the wrong word.
Bernard's. I didn't say Bernard.
You absolutely did. Roll the VT.
Roll that tape back.
Get the
I
replay.
misspoke, fuck's sake. But you open up that, it's stinking, so.
Yeah,
And that's alright too.
that's true.
So.
I seen shout out to Fern Brady who's got a new food podcast. It's about the mad things that people eat. Can't wait to your episode when she get to eat a rolling Kit Kat.
Well, I would do that. I thought you were going to say that fucking horrible beans thing that you sent me.
Someone on Instagram
Christ.
sent us this thing.
Was it hash browns with beans in?
Hash browns with beans inside.
Side
You
like
can get,
a Kunsel arancini.
it's like a tomato sauce one or baked beans version, like two that you would fucking hate.
I'm not against that, but also I think hash browns on their own and beans on their own would be nicer than combining them.
I hate a hash brown. It's
I
fucking
fucking
disgusting.
love hash browns. I think we've been through this.
Bought a wee packet of frozen hash browns.
Lovely. Air fryer them up, a nice treat for you.
Another day.
Lovely.
Pretty good. I would go for a potato scone any day of the week over it, but
Sure,
I thought I'd
absolutely.
treat myself.
Can I get beans in it? I thought he's gone.
Exactly, aye. That's why I like
That
it.
would look suspect.
No, sometimes
Like
when you
pasta.
fry it and it kind of like a wee bubble
Aye,
up,
yeah.
you can inject beans in
Inject
it.
3 beans into that.
Oh, God. Oh, I'd hate that.
What the fuck were we talking about ever?
Well, it's funny because I've not he's talking about like with the PlayStation stuff and taking time off after the Fringe, but I've not really taken any time off yet because I've just had a few things to do after Fringe, and I actually ended up staying in the accommodation. We had an extra week in the accommodation where we so I just stayed there because I was doing the Edinburgh stand the following week, so I just kind of hung about. And one of the last days I was in Edinburgh, it was a Saturday, and I thought I'll just go a walk up half a seat because it was a nice day. I was about to get home and all that, so I thought I'll do that. So I walked down and I get next to Holyrood, and there was like a wee lassie and her dad, like, and she had like an EU flag. I was like, oh, it's like, and that was a big thing after Brexit and stuff, and I know sometimes they do that. I was a bit like, it just seems random to just like go to Holyrood on a Saturday with an EU flag, like our country's just doing that, like just for no reason. And I walked around the corner, there's a big fucking independence rally thing, right? Hundreds of people there. And so apparently there'd been like a big march. They were all coming down, and then there was like they were all going down to the bit next to the Arthur seat to do, and obviously Holyrood, and they were going to. It was like a big rally thing, right? So I was like, well, cool. I'll just like check this out.
Hoping there might be a Gremlin in gig, but I'll take this.
But because the most of the march were still marching, and I just had randomly walked that
Where are
way.
they marching to and from?
I don't know, but like when I got there and the thing started, one of the speakers came out and says, "Oh, there's so many people here that a lot of them are stuck on Northbridge." And I thought the awkward thing about that is the only reason they're stuck in Northbridge is because they've not fixed that fucking bridge in about 4 years,
I know,
which is
the bridge is
probably
fucked.
an exact fucking thing that the Scottish government are responsible for. But besides that, I just went, so I was like, oh, cool. But I got a really good space, like right near the front, because I just had wandered in before most of the cunts were up here. Come on, like we're there. So I
the
was
mosh
watching,
pit.
and then I was just stoning about, and I was like, I was just still thinking, I'll probably just got my seat. And then I was like, who's like speaking? And they're like, oh, who's I used to have First Minister, and then
It's a good get for an independence
That is.
rally.
pretty good. The First Minister speaking in this rally, and they had
Round the corner for his office.
well,
is it
exactly. It was a
typical nip out
Saturday.
at lunch?
It was a Saturday. He's kicking about, but it was like Lorna Slater and a few politicians. But then this lassie, Iona Fife, who some of people of Steve's persuasion might know from arguing with on Twitter. But
My persuasion.
she always arguing with Rangers fans, I swear about her. But anyway, I'd done a thing with her ages ago, so I just, like, she follows us on Instagram, so I was just like, are you in this? Like, because I asked somebody who was there, like, who's speaking? Like, and her, like, and whom's on it? And I was like, alright, so I just like messaged her, and I'm like, alright, like, can you get me to meet the First Minister? Like, just for a laugh, right? And then so I just watched the thing, and it was interesting watching it. Again, no dissimilar to what I was saying earlier on about the holiday thing. I'm just watching it as a gig, like, you know, what's the lineup like, you know, and then they get like a couple
That's got to be an easy gig, no?
Yeah.
Bunch of people who believe in what you believe.
Well, that's people were on board, although there was a couple of hecklers.
Oh, was there really?
There was some people. There was not as many as I thought. With one person.
Like, did they have like unionist
Anti-independent.
banners
I
and
think it was like, you know, that way, like, there's always these wee schisms and people are annoyed at them, and obviously Sturgeon got all this stuff about the gender thing and all that. I think there was maybe somebody there about that and whatever else, but for the most part, they were all on board, and but I, like, they were all wearing all this Scotland stuff, and I just turned up in my fucking gym stuff because I was going to climb a mountain.
You're probably wearing a Scotland shirt anyway.
And no, I was actually just wearing like a Night King, so I felt a bit kind of like, oh, I hadn't dressed for it all of a sudden, and then. But what's the thing? It was interesting. It was an interesting thing, and the speeches were pretty good. But then after, I just said to Iona, what he's up to, and then she's like, oh, just come backstage. And the thing is, this is what I always think's mad about Scottish politics, right? Because Sturgeon used to always go out and she would just be kicking about in fucking Shawlands or something, and like people would meet her all the time, and it's like there's no security in it about, like, the level of security is so low. Because even like there's no way that a Prime Minister would ever do a speech where they done it there right next to Arthur's seat, because what is that if not a prime spot for a sniper rifle? Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, like,
Made
you
for
could just, it's like one of those mad old westerns with the fucking cowboys well thing. But they were literally right there, and then so there was just like a mad tent thing where all the speakers and that were, but there was no. She's like, just walked round, so I just walked round and just walked right into where they were. Napped it a bit, and then but then she, like, they were about, and she introduced me to him, and then, like, while I was getting introduced, somebody was like, oh, he's a comedian, like, oh, you probably know his stuff, and then he kind of went like, and I was like, you don't even pretend that you know.
I fucking hate it when people say
Yeah,
that.
exactly. But I was like, it's fine, and then but he followed me on Instagram, right?
Oh, nice.
So I was like quite buzzing about that, right? But then that night was doing Edinburgh Stand, and I honestly kind of, she ended up coming to the show, right? And I was like, oh, I've got like one joke about him, right, that I done for Breaking the News once. It was just about, because now he obviously got done for driving without insurance when he was a transport secretary, right? So I had this joke I wrote, and I just thought, I'll just do it. And I just say, because he's the first Western leader of a Western country who's Muslim, right? I was like, oh, there's a lot of talk that was good for representation. I says, well, I feel represented by him as well, because like me, he's in his 30s, he used to work in a call centre, and he's got 6 points to his driving licence, right? So I just done that at the stand, like, and then, but I'd love to know, she's fucking recording it, then puts on her Instagram story, he fucking sees it and fucking replies with laughing emojis, which I'm like, that is good that he's seen it and whatever, but this guy's just learned that I existed about 3 hours ago, then he's seen me fucking slagging him off on stage. I'm like, I'm gonna get done for fucking tax or something, like, they're going to investigate me for something probably at some point, like, if I was the First Minister, I'd be like, just take that wee cunt down.
Shows you how small it all is, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
like
I know.
Rishi Sunak's not seeing me doing a fucking joke about him.
But also, it's just mad how, like, I just wandered into that, didn't even know it was on, and then I ended up meeting the fucking First Minister. But it's just, I don't know, it was a mad day, crazy day.
Crazy ass day.
It seems like he's got a good wee sense
Sure.
of humour then.
It might come on the podcast if
I
he's
think it
ever,
should.
you
We
know.
can't be affiliated with political
I get
parties.
no. This is the thing,
That's
because I never asked him for a picture, because I'm like, I don't think you should ask politicians for pictures.
No.
I don't, and you get used to meeting famous comics and stuff a wee bit, and you don't know why I ask them. But part of me is like, well, there's the First Minister, it'd be kind of cool. But then I'm like, I suppose you don't want to be seen to be endorsing any particular person or whatever.
Or for balance, if you're gonna come out, we'll need to come out as like, we'll get Douglas Ross on.
Douglas Ross.
Alexander
He would be a
Cole-Hamilton.
good guy to fill in for me one week, actually. I think I'm really interested. But when CMB comes in.
I don't think he would have the same reaction to the jokes you've made about Douglas Ross.
Aye, I
I don't
don't-
think he'd be doing laughing
Maybe we would, I
emojis.
don't know.
Well, I've been editing my special, and there is a bit in it, and I say, imagine being a Tory and a linesman. What a fucking cunt.
But that's actually a very clever, nuanced joke.
It's really
though.
nuanced. It's really, really nuanced, that bit. Although, actually, that guy heckles me in that show with a more eloquent hint because he just shouts out, "He's a fucking narcissist."
About Hamza?
Yeah, about Douglas Ross.
Oh,
This is a
right,
weird
okay.
thing.
Square,
But
yeah.
I suppose
There
it
you go.
wasn't. But anyway, that
Have you
was.
ever been
that's
to a
fun.
rally? An actual rally where you've gone?
No.
Or
No,
protest?
but
I'm not a big,
I'm always
I
been
don't
interested
affiliate.
in going to them and stuff. So it was quite good to just because I'm a bit of a politics geek. So it was interesting to see it up close. But I was just more of as an observer. Because
I've stumbled across a few like that.
have
but
you?
not,
What one did you?
Orange
stumble
Walk
across?
last time on the way back to the gym.
Is that a political rally? Would you say?
I don't know. It's the
Well,
march.
did they have speakers and stuff though?
Not,
Nah.
No, there's
not,
no
when,
speakers.
not when I was
Surely
there.
not,
Aye.
no.
Quite a few different ones. You know,
Aye.
for Palestine. And
I was in Yes Bar on the night of the referendum.
So was that?
Were you?
I don't remember seeing you, but
I was in the Union at Dundee.
Oh, the
different
union,
vibes.
were you? You were a dirty bastard.
Yeah, big room. Big
the only
unionist vibe.
there was a guy who had a t-shirt next to
I want to be
me.
independent, but the pints are 180, so you know what you're gonna do.
He said the only union I don't support is the United Kingdom. It's Britain. No, I remember that I was kicking about George Square that night after my work. It
Went
was
there,
interesting.
then went to Yes Bar. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I've never been to
Were you
like a
gigging?
rally.
Are you gigging?
Nah.
I was a tough gig that night. Spirits were low.
Nah, it was. What was that? Was it 2014?
14. that was, aye.
I'd be quite new. Quite new at stand up.
I know, I be
I hadn't started.
That's nearly 10 years ago. How mental is that?
I know.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. To be honest, the main thing I did take away though was I was just a bit like, this is all well and good, but it just feels like it's so far away from being possible, like another referendum anytime soon. But I guess they're trying to keep the momentum going, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it just feels like that it's not going to be allowed to happen anytime soon. So it just was a bit like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Can't help you, I'm afraid.
Don't know. We probably shouldn't talk about this, but in that sort of region, the whole Lorna Slater thing and all that with the
Yeah.
Competence.
you save that for the Patreon.
Let's not talk about it. If I
Nah,
speak, big trouble.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We don't need
Yeah,
to talk
cut
about
that completely. We'll end on
Oh,
a
the,
wee-
the one thing I would say about Lorna Slater though is that she's got the exact same voice as our hairdresser Joe Goss, because she is Canadian, but
Well, he's
Joe-
off on maternity leave. So
He is off on
paternity leave. So,
paternity leave because Joe used to have a joke about. He says I've got so much Scottish in his American accent that I sound Canadian, and now I know exactly what he means because I've heard her
Yeah.
speak.
Mm.
So there you go.
there you
You've
go.
got a lot of people who you know who have
Matt
the
Winning.
same voice as people in your life as well. Matt Winning.
Matt, what I did say to Matt that he's got the same voice as my dentist, and a guy who works in Joe's shop. See the guy who's got the grey hair? He sounds exactly like Matt and my dentist as well.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. That must be a certain school or something.
Pumping out people that are going to help Mark in various ways.
Well, we end on
So
a
if
wee
we've
listener
not
question.
released, sorry, I've not released the
No,
London
it's-
episode of
It will be out by the time this
Oh,
comes
will
out. It's out on Sunday. I
That was
basically
fun.
need to do
Chloe
that this weekend.
Radcliffe and Matt.
Yeah, we had Chloe.
Listen on
and
Patreon.
Matt. I win and
Did you
Bill.
split it?
No, I don't. I've not done it yet, but
All right.
I don't.
I think we should split it and then gives us a bit of time.
Okay,
The
we
only
don't
thing
need
is
this
if we're calling
conversation
back to stuff, but anyway.
We should probably say actually as well that thanks to people who came to that stand-up show that we done as
Yes.
well.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, I
London
couldn't be there.
Massive.
That's
Oh, that one? I thought you meant
what's that?
the stand-up show, sorry.
Aye, just
I thought you meant the London show.
well, London show as well. Thanks to people
Yeah,
who came to that.
it's cool.
Came to both, and
It looks crazy. I'm wearing shorts. It's like the hottest day in the year,
I know.
and now here we are. It's gone to shite again.
I know.
Cold.
That was honestly so hot, wasn't it? That day?
Yeah.
And then
Air conditioned room though, crucially.
that was great. That
Do
was
you know
good.
what wasn't air conditioned? The
Fringe.
train home.
Fucking hell. Yeah, on the train home, booking our flights to Frankfurt.
That's it. Aye,
For the Euros.
We're going.
Yes.
We're the famous Some Laugh podcast, and we're off to Germany.
Sweating buckets. Sweating buckets on the Avanti.
I did look at the remaining fixtures for Scotland, and I did go. There is a chance that we could lose all three of
Yeah,
those. and
yeah,
not
as
go
if, as
through.
if I've not had that thought. I think we'll have a nice couple of weeks in Germany. We can pick
Aye.
a second team.
That's it. England. No, I think Scotland will get there. It'll be interesting. We'll need to get some accommodation booked and all that. And the hope is that we've been watching a lot of the old McCoist and Macaulay YouTube videos when they done them as hang it flash.
Do shot for shot remakes.
It's a different time.
It's a different time.
But we're like shot for shot.
When I went to my hotel in Croatia, the first thing I put on the telly was Coisty and Macaulay doing blackface. Shame. They didn't do blackface.
No, we should make that clear.
But it was a different time.
But the plan is, that's I kind of hope that if we can go, we're going to go to the Euros and hopefully record some pods over there. It'd be cool as fuck if we were able to do a live show over there. Be amazing.
With John
To
McGinn.
the Allianz Arena. Was it Schalke Stadium? They've got the big cube in the middle for replays. You can get the big screen up there.
If it's raining, we put the roof
Patreon
over.
questions up on there.
Let's come under the boil up there.
No, that'd be good. So that's plenty to look forward to throughout the rest of the year and into next year anyway.
Yeah, exciting.
But it's good to be back in the studio, boys, and thank you very much as ever, guys, for listening in.
Thank you.
Do check out the Patreon for more content episodes. We've got all the 4 live shows that we've done, 5 live shows it'll be now, because the 2 at the Fringe, the 2 in Glasgow, and the 1 in London. Plus the backstage footage from the Glee and the backstage fucking documentary.
Bit of fun, the thing at the Fringe. Have we spoken about that on here?
Yeah, the Fringe? No, not really, yeah. So, aye.
I mean, I'm barely in it. It was quite busy, but
No,
there's a lot of good,
bit of it, aye.
good candid footage.
Loads of good candid stuff. So check that out,
Good
guys,
fun.
on the Patreon if you haven't already. And aside for that, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. As ever, you can like and subscribe on YouTube. Give us
Hopefully,
a
by
5-star.
the time this goes out, we'll have replaced this with a parrot.
Yes.
So, do it for now for safety, but yes.
You can give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and send any
Don't
questions.
give us a 1-star.
Don't give us a 1-star.
Might get the place.
We don't ask for your pin straight away, and we know exactly where we're going.
We
Fucking
do want the money
Germany.
up. We do want the money up front though for Patreon. That's crucial.
Your bank account is just straight away. But aside for that, guys, you can send any questions to somlaughpod@gmail.com if you want to do that. Besides that, thanks a lot for listening.
Have a nice week.
Thanks, guys. Goodbye.